What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I don't got nothing for you. I don't got nothing for Samantha's. Come on. Old. New, sort of. Oh, shit. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you notice behind me, we have another Mazda pickup. If you're new to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if right now you'd stop and just take a second just to subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, hit the bell button so you're notified every time we upload a video. Also, if you're new to the channel, you probably haven't seen this truck before. We did a review of this 87 B2000 about a year and a half ago probably, and I'm sorry I didn't get a Monday video out, you guys. It was Memorial Day and I was busy trying to get stuff together. We're trying to get to this thing right here, the 8350. So I picked up an engine hoist and I also picked up a stand that's somewhere in there. But one of the things I had to do was get this truck going again. So I didn't film any of it. Like I said, I'm kind of on a time crunch. I'm trying to get stuff done. We're already way behind. But I just kind of want to tell you guys what was going on with this thing. So it, long story short, needed a main fuse and a fuel pump. I also fixed the window crank. So now this thing's ready to go. I get insurance put back on it and we'll have a nice little truck to drive. Again, here in Minnesota, it's really hard to find one that's this clean. And we also have the white 4x4 back there. So we go a little Mazda crazy here on Shift Wrench Repeat, but if you're new to the channel, that's something you're gonna see a lot of. We got the Prius back here, and of course we got the 50 Mustang, which is precisely why I didn't film any of the repairs on this, because I just wanted to get it done so I could get it out here. That's one more check off the list, and we can get closer to starting on the Mustang sooner rather than later. I also think I got the parts back there for that B2600i 4x4, which is a fuel-injected four-wheel drive version of this truck. But enough about this today. I just kind of wanted to catch you guys up, tell you why we didn't have a Monday video. Actually, though, we're going to head inside because there is something I want to talk about. We're kind of going to do the Monday discussion today. So for the Thursday video, welcome to the discussion. I'll meet you inside. Alright, so I lied. We're not going to go inside. We're inside the truck. Guys, I just can't get out of this thing. The last time we filmed in this truck was about a year and a half ago when I did the review on this, which surprisingly got a lot of views. Apparently, a lot of people like watching reviews of the Mazda B-Series pickups. And I mean, I guess they have a decent following, so that's great. Thanks for the views, guys. We're back in the little red truck, and like I said, there's going to be more stuff of this to come. So you probably already know by the thumbnail, what I wanted to talk about today was, should you buy automotive tools on the Wish app? If you don't know what the Wish app is, it's kind of like the online Chinese Walmart of the internet. It's just, you can go on there and you can search anything and you're going to get the absolute lowest quality Chinese thing for a very, very low price. I mean, the prices are ridiculous. Sometimes they give the stuff away, give it away, and then they just ship it to you, and all you have to pay for is shipping. So like I said, a lot of it's Chinese knockoff type stuff, but I want to know, because the prices are so low, is it worth buying anything for the automotive field on there? I say tools, but this kind of goes into automotive supplies, if you want to call it that. But we're going to start out with a couple tools that I did buy. The first one is this brake caliper depressor tool. Basically, it's a ratchet mechanism between these two plates. So this is designed for multiple piston calipers, where the gun type that we made in the video works great. Where this tool comes in handy is if you have more than one piston to compress. So we have it to tighten right now, and you can see as I ratchet this part expands, and it's going to save you a ton of time. On the Tundras, for example, that we do quite often at the shop, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pistons, and what you do is, if you can imagine, this is the rotor right here, you end up leaving the pads in the caliper and trying to get 2 pry bars in here and like push the pads back to push the pistons back, and it's just a pain in the butt. So this thing is awesome. Now, I first looked to get one of these from the Mac tool distributor, and it was about 80 bucks. Is it a better tool? Absolutely. No doubt in my mind that that's a better made tool. This, like I said, it's Chinese knockoff. You can see right there that the weld doesn't look to be the best quality. There's a little bit of play in there, but this was $20 shipped. So this was literally a fourth of the price of the Mac version of this tool. So, but I think you have to be careful. And I took my approach to buying tools on Wish much like I would at Harbor Freight. One, either it's just way too dirt cheap to pass up. 2, it's something that I don't know for sure if I'm going to use a lot. So what I'll do a lot of times is I'll buy that tool dirt cheap at Harbor Freight. And if it's something that I feel like I'm going to use, I'll upgrade it and buy a nicer one from Mac or Snap-on or what have you. And then I'll bring the Harbor Freight one home. That way, if it ends up being a tool that I don't use, I'm not out a whole bunch of money. So I've used that method quite a few times. The other thing I want to say is less is more. The simpler tools you buy, hammers, screwdrivers, stuff like that, is hard to screw up. So I'd say that'd be a pretty safe bet on the Wish app. This, moving parts, I took kind of a gamble, but like I said, it was a fourth of the price. And so far, this thing is fantastic. The next one is another tool I bought, and arguably this is my favorite body clip pry tool that I've ever had. Just something about the angle of it, how skinny and small that it is. This is actually the second one I bought on Wish. This was $2 shipped. I lost the first one and I didn't have the app anymore or whatever, and so I bought one from Mac Tools for about $25, and it doesn't work as good as this $2 Wish pry tool, and it's a body clip tool. But that's where this app comes in handy, is for $2, if you buy it and ends up being a piece of junk, well then it was probably worth the gamble. In this case, another good tool. We got a few more things. And this next part is where I think Wish really shines. So just hold on 1 second, we'll see what we got here. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, these. Alright, so this is what I meant by automotive supplies, not necessarily tools. So I will buy things on the Wish app like spade connectors, like shrink wrap, because you can get ridiculous bulk amounts of shrink wrap, which it's kind of hard to screw that up. I think I got a 600-piece kit of shrink wrap sitting on my toolbox at work in a peanut butter jar, and it was like $2. These are waterproof connectors that have solder joints in the middle of them. So when you heat this up, it's like a shrink wrap kind of. It has a waterproof seal on each end, and it actually has solder in the middle. So literally all you have to do is stick your wires in there and heat these up. And these are fantastic. Like I said, it's a watertight seal. These are relatively expensive most of the time. I got there's 12 of them in here. This is a 12-piece kit. This was $1 shipped. Normally these are pretty expensive. On to the next one. So this is one I haven't tried yet. I've heard of it before, but it's basically a reverse step bit. So you guys have probably seen these before. There's a drill chuck on the end. So what this is supposed to do, you can see it has a drill chuck in it, is if you have a bolt that you snap the top off of so you can't start a nut, you put this on here, give it a zing, and then it's supposed to kind of rethread the end so you can start a nut. It doesn't rethread it. The conical shape just cuts the end in such a way that you can start a nut without having to worry about trying to file it down perfectly. I've seen known quality tools of this same design that go for like 25 bucks. I don't know how often I'm going to use it. I don't know if it's going to work that well. So I bought this one for $2. And like I said, guys, that's where I think this stands out, is you try something and you can afford to try it because it's cheap. If this is a good tool, maybe I upgrade later. If this one works just fine, it's pretty simple in design, so I don't see why it wouldn't work. The only thing I could see is maybe this cheap Chinesium breaks, but then you were probably overworking it anyway. So that's another thing we bought, $2. We got 2 more packages. Oh, this was my free gift. So they give you free gifts when you sign up for using it. Just a USB phone charger. Free. I think I paid $1 to ship it to me. Another great example. I forgot I ordered these too. This is just a huge assortment of clips, little different automotive clips. And the funny thing is, just looking in here, I recognize a lot of these clips from different manufacturers. So again, they're Chinese knockoffs, but this is a 100-piece bag of body clips and little panel clips, and there's some Christmas tree style and screw backing, stuff like that. This was $1, and this is going to be great to have in my toolbox. I'm constantly saving stuff like this because sometimes they break. That's the nature of the beast. You take stuff apart, it breaks. Heck, here's a perfect example actually. My truck right here. Can you see this? One of the clips is busted. And it's that style, that red one right there. So I'm going to take that after I finish filming this video. I'm going to put one of them in there actually, because this stuff comes in handy. So you guys, I thought this was kind of an interesting topic. Should you buy some of this stuff off of the Wish app, Automotive Tools? So just to recap, I got this caliper depressor, this bit, body clip, phone charger, body clip pry tool, and the solder waterproof connectors for about $30 shipped to my door. Normal price, probably $5, $10, $80. I paid $25 for the Mac one. I've seen these for $25. This will probably be $5 at your local gas station. So I think that as far as the automotive field is concerned, like I said, I think it's a stretch to say tools per se. I wouldn't buy wrenches or anything like that where you're relying on a lot of torque from this website. It's probably a waste of your money, just like the Harbor Freight wrenches. You can literally feel the things opening as you go, and it's just asking for disaster. So I wouldn't buy anything like that. I wouldn't buy any tools that are overly complicated. This, honestly, I thought was a little too complicated even to buy on there. There's a lot of moving parts inside that ratchet mechanism. But if I thought for 1/4 of the price, I'll try it out. And guess what? The only weak point that I can find on this is these welds, and if they break, I'll weld it back on there. I just need one little bead. So the tools I think are looking into, and I think it depends what you're doing. This kind of stuff, body clips, connectors, solder joints, shrink wrap. I think absolutely all day long you buy this stuff on Wish. It's cheap, and a body clip's a body clip. You can't really screw it up. Shrink wrap is shrink wrap, and the prices are so great that it's gonna save you guys some money. The only other downside that I can think of off the top of my head to give you a tip in this video is that it sometimes takes a while for them to ship. Other than that, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope it helps you make some decisions. Buy some of the stuff, you guys. Some of it is great to keep around your toolbox. I know almost everyone in the shop has come up to me and used some of my shrink wrap that I bought on Wish. So with that, I'm gonna close out this little video, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate your support. Otherwise, Shift, Rinse, Repeat uploads every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.